Hi, I'm Joe Connolly. Welcome to another WCBS Small Business video. Today with John Henninger of Dan and John's Wings, whose business took off when a big company started following them on social media and brought Dan and John's Wings into Citi Field.
Well, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, even 4 years ago, I wouldn't have said, yeah, we're going to do chicken wings. I was working in a professional career and Dan was working in a restaurant. And we couldn't find wings anywhere that we liked. So we started making them in Dan's little Brooklyn kitchen. Our friends started catching on, and then we thought, wow, there really isn't any good wings in New York City like the way that we do. So it just kind of took a hold of us, and we went from there.
What was your first day in business? So friends said you should sell these or something, or you took a stand at a fair or something, or?
Yeah, and that was called Smorgasburg. So we got into this competitive sort of food festival called Smorgasburg with a food audition. We brought the Smorgasburg people our wings. They were like, well, these are pretty good. Come and sell on the weekends. And that was our first day of business. We rolled up in a tent with Dan's uncle and my dad helping us put together the fryer. And, you know, we had about 2 nickels between the two of us to kind of put this together and kind of made it happen.
Now you have a storefront, right?
Right.
And it's become known somehow as a bro-mecca?
Yeah,
What's that?
So there's a cultural magazine called Bro Bible, sort of. It's an online sort of thing where these guys make posts and share different stories, funny videos and whatnot. And the guys that run that, they live near to our store and became sort of addicted to the wings and just sort of started telling their followers. They've got, you know, I think 1 million followers. And so we started getting all their guys in on the regular, and it was great.
Among other places, you're in Citi Field.
Citi Field, selling to New York Mets fans. We got a phone call and an email from the vendors at Citi Field, Aramark, their concessions company that operates in Citi Field. And they said they had heard about us through Infatuation, which is a big Instagram account that does sort of reviews and critiques of new sort of up-and-coming restaurants in New York City, and they said they read about us there, that we're the best wings in New York City, and they want to talk to us about selling in Citi Field. And I was a Mets fan already. I was like, where do I sign? What do you want me to do?
You may grow into a sports bar in Midtown from
that's
this?
That's our next step. So we've secured funding, and now we're just looking for the right place to get a sports bar with, you know, maybe 20 seats at the bar with a lot of big screens where you can come in with your buddies, order a pile of wings, and have a pitcher of beer and watch the game.
Imagine that that's in reach, you know?
Yeah.
Just 4 years after starting the business.
Right. We're walking in the same places as famous chefs on the Food Network are walking in right after us, and we're like, can you believe that? That's so-and-so. They're seeing the same place we are. That's unbelievable.
As a site, you mean, as a potential site?
Right, as a restaurant they want to open.
Now, the New York Business Development Corporation has helped you quite a bit, I believe.
Yeah.
Who should contact them? What do you for other business owners?
Yeah, I think all small business owners should look to the SBA for help in general. They can give them direction towards loans and, you know, just general business advice. You know, for us, they sort of directed us towards the Excelsior Growth Fund, which gave us our first little, you know, chunk of change to open our first restaurant. And then the SBA also gave me a scholarship to a class that they're doing called the Emerging Leaders. And so that every week I go and I meet with other restaurant owners and other small business owners, and we exchange ideas and talk about, you know, different ways to help our businesses succeed.
You're currently doing that now?
Yeah, right in the middle of it. It's a great class. They actually arranged this with you, I think. Yeah.
You must love doing that once a week. It's great.
Yeah,
It must be great.
It is. It's such a good decompression, too, because you're speaking to the people with the same pressures as you. And you're like, yeah, my staff does the same thing.
Yeah.